Welcome to Spiritual Warfare Unit. I am your host, Isaac Walsh, and I'm here with
Mark Rebeaud.
And Mark Rebeaud, you're with who?
I am, President and CEO of Cars for Vets.
Cars for Vets. So I have heard nothing but amazing things about you, so I wanted to get you on the show. One, to let people know about what you do, but primarily, we'll get into that, but primarily I wanted to get into your story, why you did it, where we came from, so we'll get off and running. All right,
so is that what you kind of want, the start out story kind of thing?
Yeah. Why this? You could have done a million things. Why this?
Well,
how's it start?
Well, starts out with me being in the military. I was a 24-year veteran
of
3 branches, actually. Combat engineer in the Army, combat comms in the Air Force, and I finished out in the Air Guard as mobile comms.
Okay.
Retired out of Selfridge ANGB, Mount Clemens.
Got it.
I had tossed around an idea I'm real good with cars. I always like classic cars. I've restored a lot of classic cars.
Okay.
So I'm pretty good with decent. I'm decent with cars. So I thought I would like to maybe build a car and give to a veteran.
Okay.
Somewhere along the line. I always procrastinated and never happened.
Yeah.
So I got real sick with COVID.
Ooh, so we're talking 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2021.
Oh, okay.
So March of 2021, I came down bad with COVID.
Like hospital bad?
Like hospital bad. I was in the hospital for a while, 103.5 temperature, blah, blah. On oxygen, saw my dead dad, that whole thing.
Wow, you're close.
Yeah. So anyway, so they,
I love how much you guys just skip over the whole death scene thing. Walk it off, had a Coke.
No, that's right, man.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So how long were you in the hospital?
It was like 3 days, but I really waited too long to go.
All right. So you get done, you have this experience, which we'll yak off online, and
so I'm laying home in bed. I'm still recuperating a week or two later, and I just kind of woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning with a little bit of an epiphany, and I said, one thing this COVID thing has taught me is you could literally be here one day and gone the next day. Everything out of your control. You have nothing to do with it.
So what do you do?
So,
that's the question.
So I said, if I'm going to do this thing, and it was on my mind, I said, if I'm going to do this thing, I can't procrastinate anymore. So.
All right. So this is where you hatch the plan?
That's where I hatched my plan, man. I was so excited about it, I actually got up and got my laptop out and I started researching.
At 4 a.m.?
At 4 a.m. I started researching 501c3s. And by 6 a.m., I'm still sweating. I'm pouring out sweat. I throw on a set of coveralls. I'd already had a car in the garage because back then I was flipping cars.
Yeah.
So I had a 2006 SS Monte Carlo.
Nice.
And I said this is gonna work out. I'm gonna give this one to a veteran. It's gonna be one car. I'm gonna do one car.
Yeah.
I got out there and I started doing it, and later that day I got on the phone with a good friend of mine by the name of Chuck from a local motorcycle club. I'll plug him if that's okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So.
Love our MCs.
Yeah, Leathernecks Motorcycle Club out of Lexington Heights. So they're all Marines, and I gave Chuck a call and I said, "Hey Chuck," I said, "You know any Marines out there that need a car? This is my plan."
Yeah.
And he said, "Dude, you're not going to believe this. I'm sitting next to one." He was sitting next to one in a van who just came back from Iraq. Caught his wife cheating on him. He's living in his van. Van is about ready to die.
Yeah.
No job, and I said, "That's the guy."
Right.
So I asked him about this guy and what he liked. And I said, I got an idea. I said, "Does this guy like NASCAR?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." He said he loves NASCAR. I said, "He's got to love Dale Earnhardt then."
Yeah.
So I did this car in a Dale Earnhardt theme.
Shut up.
And
the black and gray
every
with the red.
sticker was correct, everything. And then on the back deck, I put I did all him. It was Semper Fi on the back,
yeah.
and then he was a Harrier jump jet mechanic. So I put the his unit patch, and then a picture of a Harrier on the
That's
back.
so cool.
So that was the first car,
Okay.
and that went over pretty well. And after
How
that,
long did that take from the time you incepted
it took.
that to?
So I started it end of March, and it took almost a month. So it was end of April. So
Wow.
April, I think it was April 26th.
Dude, you do hammer these things out.
So
All right.
so from start to finish, it was probably a little over a month, maybe
Yeah.
a month. Knocked it out and gave it to him, and then after that, everything just kind of fell in place. I guess it was supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I just start banging them out. All of my 1.5 car garage, it's attached to my personal home.
All right. So how did that get to Cars for Vets?
I just started. The name I actually thought of before I got out of bed.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So it popped into your brain.
Yeah, the name I thought of before I got out of bed. So I just called up a couple friends and I said, "This is what I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give one car away and see how it goes."
Right.
And then after that, I started buying them. I just
Yeah.
started buying them out of my pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a decent job with Chrysler, and
There you
so
go.
I started buying them out of my pocket. So I got a lot of money into this, and then
Mm-hmm.
I already had a car trailer, but I did need another truck because my truck wasn't so great, so I had to buy a truck. Then
Right.
I eventually had to buy another car trailer because that went downhill. So yeah, I got I got a ton of my own money.
Yeah, yeah.
Over 40K, I think.
Wow. Very vested.
Oh yeah, well it's my love, man.
Yeah.
Well, since then, I guess
so this is 2021.
now this is in 2021, April 26th of 21 is when I gave away my first car.
Okay.
So this April 26th, we will be giving away our 100th.
That is amazing. And as a vet who has struggled, which is an offline conversation about that stuff, like not knowing that all of you guys existed was half the problem. And then,
Yep.
of course, the conversation of who do you talk to and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And so I like meeting the human beings behind it because being a passionate person, I love people that love things and help them do those things. Not really having to say, I don't really care who wins. I just like to help people the same as
Sure.
you. So how long did it take you to get your 501c3 together?
So I got lucky with that. I put together a package and it went through the first time, probably 6 months.
No way!
It went through the first time. I got real lucky.
You got the first shot. That's not how that typically goes.
I know, but I did a lot of research beforehand, so that really helped. When I put together my package, it went through, and I was expecting to get a rejection letter that we need
Right.
this, we need that.
Yeah, you forgot
and
a period.
And it said,
Yeah.
congratulations, you've been approved.
No kidding.
And then my wonderful niece helped me get my LLC, so we got the LLC package.
Very good.
So I'm a 501c3/LLC.
Right. More options, right?
Yeah, well, it helps with a lot of things.
So how many cars do you typically give away a year?
For the first few years, I was averaging 2 cars a month.
Wow.
So if you do the average, it works out to about 1.5 or 1 3/4 cars a month.
Yeah, because I was
you
doing
do
I was
an
doing
average.
the math on it, and I was like, dude, that is. So you got to
So
have
it's 20
some bo-
cars a year.
So you got to have some boys behind you getting this done.
No, that's me.
That's all you.
No, I mean I got a couple mechanics that cut me deals. But no, it's all, dude. This is
Dude,
me
that
in my
is
garage.
so unbelievable.
And then I go to work in the afternoon.
Yeah,
To my
that's
nor-
what makes it unbelievable.
to my normal job.
Like, do you sleep?
Yeah.
Do you have fangs? Let me see. I got to.
Anyways, yeah. So, I mean, I typically get home if I lay with my dog on the couch or whatever. We go to bed. I get up and I immediately have a cup of coffee and go right in the garage.
All right, so got the background. Give me a couple cool stories. Come on, man. You don't have to use names if they don't want them, but I just like
right.
some of those
Well,
surroundings.
I've retained a few friends throughout. I'll mention Justin, a good friend of mine. So here's a cat that I think he was my 9th veteran that I
Okay.
gave a car away to. So it was a long time ago. And on that day, I gave away 5 cars at once. It was September 11th. So it was a September 11th, and I gave 5 cars away on the same day. I gave 3 of them away down down at Vets Returning Home, and then I gave 2 away in Yale at their function for the 9/11 remembrance.
Nice.
So Justin was one of those guys, and we became friends.
All right, so what was the story? Like,
And-
what happened?
Well, he ended up giving me a call and said if there's any way I can help out. Well, I had him out there. He's been working on cars with me. He's done
Nice.
volunteer work.
Yeah, yeah.
He was in a hard spot. I let him stay with me for a while.
Nice.
Yeah. And then,
How bad was the freak out? I mean, it has to be awesome. Their face has to be retarded. Dude.
Oh, you're talking about like when I give them away?
Yeah, when you're like, oh, by the way, here's
Yeah.
the key.
Yeah. Well, here's some keys for you.
Yeah.
So, they know they're getting a car, but they are very appreciative.
Yeah, but you're getting them a car. Like, you're not just like, here's this junker. You're like,
I fix them up. No, I
like
fix them
you're
up.
taking care of these guys. See, a lot of times people just like.
No, I just don't flip them. I fix them up. I mean, I do body and paint on them, and yeah.
See, this is why I wanted to have you on here, because when you hear that, anytime you see, like my brain, anytime, oh, this is a thing, and they have all these people doing this, and a lot of times it's one or two guys doing a buttload of work trying to get it done. And then when you tell people, they're like, I can't believe that. And you're like, yeah. But I love it. So it's not work. It's just fun.
Right.
You know, but at the same time.
Well, I love that stuff. I mean, I love body work. I love working on cars. I love classic cars. I mean, I've been about cars since I've been a kid, man.
Man, that's great. So if this is your first time to the show, I got to do a hit in there. You go to Spiritual Warfare Unit. You can click on YouTube, like and subscribe so we can help this man get out Cars for Vets, which we'll put a link out. And we'll make sure we get your information on our Vets Church stuff so we can have your information out there.
Absolutely.
And we'll be looking forward to helping him out. Again, like and subscribe. It helps us get this out to vets. And if you're struggling for the first time and you're a vet, we have a page that you can go on to that says struggling. You click on there. I got a whole list of pages of things that you click right on there to help vets with all kinds of stuff. So, and I'm going to give a plug out to my buddy Foxhole, who helps veterans with depression, suicide prevention. He teaches them to jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah, and then because I'm already thinking, I got a thing to hook you. In fact, I think I got two things to hook you up with.
All right.
That's already doing vets, but we'll get back to that. I got to talk to him, get a yes first. But it would support everything that you're doing and everything that they're doing, and everybody just gets a dub. But we'll yak on that later. Yeah. Anyways, so you're doing this, you're giving them out. You've helped over 100 vets with this. And all of this came from a negative experience. So my next question is, you went through the COVID thing, very intense, obviously, and you learned that life is short. Do you think that without that experience, you would be doing this?
You know, honestly, I'm not sure, because I think that was the boot in the ass that I needed.
Right.
Honestly, I think that was just a boot in the ass. Had I not got that boot in the ass, I don't know. I don't know if I would have. Because we become complacent in our lives.
Yeah, because everything's just there.
Yeah, and you know, it's like you feel like you're entitled to this life, and you're really not. This life is a privilege, man.
Right.
And once you have an experience like that, where you're, man, I could see my dad plain as day at the foot of my bed. And once you have that experience, it wakes you up.
Yeah,
man.
there's a whole lot more going on. They're like, no, and you're like, it doesn't really matter what you think. I experienced that.
Yeah.
I also had one of those, but that's an conversation.
Yeah, whatever. Believe what you want, but I know what I went through.
Dude, I couldn't imagine living my life and just being like, I want all this stuff, and then like I got my stuff, and now what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're the cool guy, so now what? Right? It just feels weird, right?
Exactly.
After you go through that scenario, all right. So you go through, you do the Car for Vets thing. If people want to help you with it, like, what can they do?
So you can reach out. We've got email. If you go to my website, Cars the number 4 Vets MI, that is a Facebook site.
Okay.
And every bit of information is on there. So phone number, that's my personal cell number that's on there. So wait between 3 and 8 p.m. is when I'm in my office.
Yeah.
Because before that, I'm typically on the road or I'm working on a car.
Cars for Vets MI on
Cars
Facebook.
the number 4 Vets MI.
Okay.
And that's on Facebook. Cars for Vets.mi at gmail.com is our email address.
Okay. Cars4vets.mi at gmail.com.
Correct. Correct. So,
all right, we will check that out. And what kind of things would you be looking to get help for?
Well, we always need monetary help, and we
Sure.
need vehicles. We need
All right.
vehicles that.
And it's a tax deduction, right?
It is I have all the paperwork for
Okay.
tax deductible vehicles. Now we would prefer them to run and move and stop, and pretty much everything else I can almost take care of. If they
Okay.
run, move, stop, man, if I could drive them home, that'd be great. But I also have a car hauler.
Yeah,
We always can use monetary donations because, when I run out of money in the account, that comes out of my pocket to fix these cars. And each one, at my average on these cars, by the time somebody's ready to give you a car,
Yeah, yeah.
most of the time it's going to be clapped out.
Yep.
So I average around $1,000 a car
Okay,
going
so
in each one.
so if someone's looking for it, basically what you're telling me is $1,000 gives you the ability to give someone a car based off the work you got to get.
On average.
So if we get 10 people to donate 1,000, we could help 10 vets.
Correct.
All
Or
right.
more if I'm frugal. I mean, if a car needs some cars need a little less, some cars need a little bit more.
Yeah.
I make a judgment call based on the year and the miles, things like
Sure.
that. So
And how much of this money goes to maintenance, managerial costs, that kind of thing, percentage-wise? Do you know?
my volunteers are strictly volunteers.
So
I-
100% of money
I-
goes to the vets.
100% of money goes to helping veterans in some way, shape, or form, whether it be fixing the cars
Yeah.
or buying parts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel
So,
this
Ed,
at a
so-
complete level. Because I do the
My-
exact same thing.
So I've got some people that have been with me from the very beginning.
Yeah.
I'll just mention Christy and Mel. Thank you so much. These girls
Mm-hmm.
have been from the very beginning. They have went through hell and high water to make this work, and right now we're almost self-sufficient.
Okay.
It's almost self-supporting because I very rarely have to put my own money into it now. Sometimes I still
Yeah.
do, and these girls have given their money,
Yeah.
and not expecting anything in return, and I mean, the people I have, my circle of friends are great.
Yeah.
I've got support from my community. I've got support from my friends. I am blessed.
Yeah.
We got Camp David. Camp David is moving operations up here from Florida. And,
Okay.
And this is a young lady.
Is this a nonprofit?
A veteran nonprofit, 501c3.
Okay.
And they are going to start in this area up here a campground where veterans can stay for free.
Oh, that'll be terrible.
Oh boy.
Boys yakking and talking.
Yeah, I know,
baby.
yakking and talking around a campfire,
That's it.
right?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
That sounds like therapy, right? Weird.
Dude, that's one of the reasons why we did this.
Couple of beers around a campfire. There's nothing better.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, and strength in numbers. Renee out there, she has been a
wonderful.
godsend.
Oh, love her.
Isn't she
Love
great?
her. Dude? The reason
Renee,
why,
we love you.
Right, and she hates it when you tell her that, so I'm gonna tell her twice. We love you. But the cool thing is the group of people that are underneath of that, we're all the same way. Like, we're all just looking to help people. We're not trying to get anything out of it. We're just trying to help people. And then you can be selective in finding the right people to help.
Yeah, nobody's paid in my organization.
Right,
If they're
same.
paid, they're like I do pay a couple of I have a laborer around there that I help, but I mean that's paid out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it's for. At the end of the day, one of the things is there's really good people out there. And we're just looking for people to help. And we get that you're struggling and a hand up, not a handout, right? And let's get it up there and we'll help you.
Well, and I'd like to throw that out there if there's any builders that are interested in giving us a hand. What my plan is, I want to expand operations a little bit. So
Okay.
what I would like to do, I currently live in a 3-story Victorian.
Nice.
Right? But I bought the 2 acres next door, and I want to put a pole barn on that.
Okay.
Move operations over there so I have a bigger area to work.
Gotcha.
And then I want to convert my house into a Airbnb where veterans can stay for free.
Nice.
So that's going to be
Nice.
the plan, and that's starting this year. I've already started doing some stuff around there to kind of make it more Airbnb friendly. But I need to get the property next door cleared off. I need
Yeah.
to. I mean, I'll put it up with my money, but it would be nice to have a
Get
little
some
bit of help.
Well, the fact that you're doing this for other people, I think, is amazing. And like I said, everything I heard about you was great. So I just like to get it from the horse's mouth, and we got it from the horse's mouth. Cars for Vets, and that's Cars for Vets .mi@gmail.com, right?
Correct.
Or Facebook, carsforvets.mi.
Not .mi,
Not
all together.
.mi. Cars for Vets
MI on Facebook. Yep.
All right, Cars for Vets MI, and then the gmail.mi
All right.
at gmail.com. I want to thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you doing. We're going to get his information loaded up on our webpage. And just for a side note, we have some vets guys just called from Tennessee that we're loading up some stuff for people out there if you got to check it out. If this is your first time Spiritual Warfare Unit, I really appreciate you watching. Please help us get the word out so we can help other vets with the things they're doing. Thank you so much for coming in, and we will see you next time.